Jersey and LA, 5-6 on the rotation. This is the last of the afternoon games taking place today. We've got LA minus 140, minus 145, pretty much in that range as home chalk. Total 5.5, shaded to the under in this game. The LA Kings looking to keep their run going. They've had a pretty good month or two, pretty much very solid. Been very good, actually, since they got Phaneuf in that deal with the Ottawa Senators. It's been a little bit more up and down lately. They've exchanged wins and losses since the beginning of the month. They beat Columbus at home. Followed that up losing to Chicago at home, beat Washington at home, lose that 7-2 game last weekend to St. Louis, which we all remember. That stands out. They shut out Vancouver their next game. They lose to Arizona in a shootout the very next night in Arizona, and then they bounce back from that with a 4-1 win against Detroit. So it's been win-loss lately for the LA Kings. I think that pattern could continue today. I cashed with New Jersey the other night against Vegas, 8-3 win. They beat Nashville in a shootout before that, 3-2. You beat Nashville and Vegas on the road. You're doing good things. Fatigue's not an issue. Not at all. They've been off 2 days prior to this game for this New Jersey Devils team. That should benefit them for sure. When you look at this New Jersey team this season, 2 days of rest, 7-4. That's a very good record, 4-2 after a win. So no problem with them. With rest, they've been very good. They've been very good as well, 3 days rest or more. So it's a pretty decent scheduling spot for New Jersey. Shouldn't be taxed, shouldn't be fatigued, playing well, confident. Corey Schneider's back in net. No problem. I like the price here. Sometimes you got to like these underdogs that are in current form. You've seen them flip the switch a little bit, play it at a better level and up their game, and we've seen that from the New Jersey Devils so far on this road trip. And again, 2 days of rest, not going to bother me one bit. So with all due respect to LA, pretty good team at home. They're pretty good, but I like New Jersey and I like the way they're going right now. And I like the price you can get. So I'm in with New Jersey here, plus 130 at the Greek. We'll see if the Devils can keep the good times rolling this afternoon. I think they have a decent chance to. LA doesn't display the degree of dominance half the time to win games comfortably, So in this price range, that's dicey against a New Jersey team that's playing pretty well. This is on Alex's card. Devils and Kings. What do you got here?
Yeah, I'm looking at the Devils here as well. I think they're going to be able to ride the momentum that's coming from, winning that big game against Las Vegas. You look at LA and New Jersey, both teams fighting for their playoff lives, but LA is in a little bit more of a comfortable position than New Jersey. Obviously, both teams needing points to secure spots, but this Devils team, they've won 4 of the last 6 on the road. And you mentioned Corey Schneider being back, but Keith Kincaid's been the guy who's been stellar for the Devils right now. He's won his last 3 starts. He won 5 of their last 6. If he's playing, I'm definitely going to be looking at getting a plus price here. You got Taylor Hall that's been scoring lights out. This is a really good spot here, I think, for the Devils. Like I said, I think they're going to lay it back on what happened in Vegas. They're going to try and add to that and keep this road trip going in a positive direction. So I'm looking at New Jersey at a plus price.
Yeah, I mean, entering this game, two pretty impressive stuff. I mean, you beat Nashville and Vegas in back-to-back games. You got some other guys that are finally starting to contribute a little bit for the Devils. We talked about for a while when they were struggling that it was Taylor Hall and nobody else. I'm seeing Travis Zajac scoring goals now a little bit. Blake Coleman, who had a huge slump, finally scored a couple of goals the other night against Vegas. Stefan Noesen is another guy stepped up at the offensive end. So finally, you're getting some other contributors for New Jersey offensively, and that's a good sign going into this game against LA. We'll see if they can beat another quality Western Conference team on the road. They've been able to do it 2 times in a row. See if they can make it 3 here against LA. This is also on Dana Lane's card. Devils and the Kings, the final afternoon game on this Saturday. Dana, what do you like here?
Well, Ian, I pretty much have stayed away from the Devils most of the year just because I can't really trust them on the offensive end. I mean, and I don't really know what I'm going to get, and that really happens when you have a bunch of guys on the team that are young. I mean, you add a Sammy Vatanen, obviously that gives them some experience, but night in, night out, when you have Will Butcher and you got Nico Hischier, it's going to be inconsistent. So I've kind of stayed away from them a little bit, but I do like the total tonight. This is still a team that's 12th in the NHL in goals. So, over the course of the season, they've certainly have performed well. And I think that they are moving in that direction where I can kind of start to trust them offensively. Of course, there are ton better than they have been in the previous seasons. And I really see this team moving in a positive direction slowly. But I do think that the acquisition of Sami Vatanen is huge for this Devils team. Although I still can't trust them defensively, I think moving forward they'll look back on this deal and say, well, that was a big deal for getting us a little stabilized on the blue line, because not only is he a stabilizer, but he also moves the puck pretty well in transition. He's smart. He knows when to flip those pucks in. He knows how to get them on his teammates' sticks. I mean, those are these little things that, people think that the pucks just go out to the point and these guys just rip them from the right or left point. And that's really there is a method to the madness. I mean, usually you'll see a blocker and shielding the goaltender on the side that the puck is coming from. So, I mean, you got to have a defenseman that realizes when and when not to let the puck go. And I think Vatanen really is going to give them that kind of stability. But New Jersey, I mean, if we're looking at the total, I mean, they're right where we want them to be. I mean, they've averaged 3 goals over the last 7 games. They've given up an average of 3 goals over the last 7 games, but yet they've scored 19 in their last 4. So that bodes well for the over in this. And I think the LA Kings are getting sensational play up the middle right now. We see Kopitar is absolutely on fire, and Carter and Kempe are playing well as well. So if you're going to get consistent offense from any team, it's got to start at the center position, and certainly all 3 of those guys are playing well for the Kings. So I'm going to take the plus money over 5.5, $1.15 at 5 dimes with New Jersey and LA tonight.
All right, over 5.5 Devils and Kings for Dana Lane. Yeah, Michael Grabner's a guy that the Devils got from the Rangers, obviously, to help them offensively, and he's had a real slow start, but had a goal and an assist in the game against Vegas, and maybe that's a good sign for Michael Grabner moving forward. Who's obviously, with some of these guys, when they get traded, it takes time to gel, it takes time to get comfortable in your new surroundings, and maybe that was the case for Michael Grabner and why he struggled so much early on in his tenure with the Devils. But definitely, if you can see him start to contribute offensively for the Devils, that's going to make them a little bit better and a little bit tougher in terms of how to defend them. We know the top line, Hall and Nico Hischier and Kyle Palmieri's been very consistent all year long, led by Hall in particular. But now you're starting to see some other guys for this New Jersey team start to make some noise offensively, and that's been happening on this road trip. They've had the secondary people step up. See if that can happen again today. So for Alex and I, we like New Jersey at the plus price, and Dana likes over 5.5 in that game.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.